to my channel, Pillow Talk. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great wherever life might find you. Today, Wednesday, November the 19th of the year 2025. It's approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you're doing great this beautiful day wherever life might find you. It's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night all over the world. Welcome to my channel, Pillow Talk, the show where we dive into life's cozy conversations and heartfelt stories. I'm your host, Araba Bakuma, and I'm thrilled to share this space with you where we explore the moments that makes us feel at home and the connections that warms our heart. My dearest friend, my dearest brother, let's get started and make tonight's show or this afternoon's show a special one. Once again, welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe. Please stream, please share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's enjoy this wonderful show together. Once again, welcome to my channel, Pillow Talk. On our today's channel, today's show, we want to talk about something very important, something that we all always overlook. Personal growth. When I say personal growth, what definition would you give it? How would you elaborate on that phrase, personal growth? Tell me what you think about that. How do you feel or how do you think personal growth comes to play in our day-to-day life? How does it come to play? How do you think that we evolve personal growth in our day-to-day life? Do you talk to your children about personal growth? Do you talk to your spouse about personal growth? Let's delve deep into that topic today. Let's talk about personal growth. What do you think personal growth is about? How would you define personal growth? If you want to ask me, I will tell you that basically if we talk about personal growth, it's something to deal with our day-to-day journey, okay? That involves the continuous development of self-awareness. Underline that, self-awareness. And skills and the potential that we all have. Each and every one of us, everybody underneath the face of earth, everybody has that potential. That one potential, that's a key aspect of the whole thing. Potentiality. Do you have the potential to be a person? Let's talk about it. So when we say self-awareness, what are we talking about? We talk about self-awareness in the aspect where we know that we are understanding our emotions. Self-awareness. Emotions is in there. Emotions comes to play. Our strengths, our abilities, our weaknesses, and then our values, the values we portray, the values we show our children, the values we instill in our families. That is part of personal growth. Our beliefs as well, our spirituality, that is also a key factor of personal growth. So when you sit and you reflect on your thoughts and you think about what you've actually done during all these years, have you achieved anything? Have you taught anybody something? Have you been an impact in somebody's life? Have you actually turned somebody's dark moment into a sunshine? These are all part of personal growth. When you say and you really reflect on life's purposes, life's misgivings, all of these things, do you actually realize how you've grown? If you've been an impact in somebody's life, it's growth. I'll call it growth. Have you actually helped somebody in their darkest times? Being there for someone when they were down below, when they hit rock bottom? That I call and consider as personal growth. Because if you talk about personal growth, it's not about you growing by yourself. It's about actually extending a hand to somebody else who doesn't know where they're heading. Helping direct somebody's path is also part of personal growth. We always talk about being another person's ally, being somebody else's strength when they're down. You know? So when we say personal growth, and it's always good to actually talk about it with somebody else. But me sitting here by myself today. We are going to talk about it, but we're not going to go too deep because we want everybody to participate. If you want to tell me in the comment section what you think or what you have done or what you have achieved in life that shows that you've grown, it will help us really very much to talk about this topic. So then we talk about our emotions being at play, our reflections being at play. You know, our behaviors that helps us gain insight into what drives us on how to improve upon our lives. These are all part of personal growth. Self-awareness is there. We talked about that already. You know, so we talk about goal setting. See how you're setting your goals. Goals has to be measurable. Your goals has to be something that you can actually achieve. Measurable, meaning that you can actually achieve it. You're not going to set a goal for yourself that you're going to buy a Mercedes when you don't have the funds for it. I mean, you set up goals that you can achieve. Those are what we call measurable goals. So you set those up and you know that those goals that you're setting are going to provide directions and motivations for yourself. Set up SMART goals. If I say SMART goals, what am I talking about? SMART goals are specific goals. SMART goals are measurable goals. You know, they are achievable. They are relevant to our day-to-day lives, you know, and they are particularly effective too because they are measurable. Because it's something that you can actually achieve. You know, you can do it. You can get to a point where you will know that I'm there. I've made it. Somebody will say, I have hammered. You know, those are goals that you can achieve. So when we say, we talk about personal growth, you know, goal setting comes to play as well. And maybe we're going to say that we're setting goals, we're learning skills as well. We are developing, you know, we are continuously acquiring new knowledge. Those are all part of personal growth. Self-awareness, they are all part of it. So what are we doing to set up these growth? What are we doing to know or understand that we are on the path of personal growth? If you want to ask me, I would say that if you want to grow as a person, you should be at a point where you've actually achieved something with somebody. So you've been a mentor. You know, you've been somebody's ally. You've been somebody's advisor. You've been there for somebody who is down. If you do good for somebody, don't you feel good about yourself? You do feel good about yourself when you do good to somebody. When you know you've actually been an answer to somebody's problem. I know when I used to work at a hospital, I'm going to share this experience or this experience with you guys. When I used to work at a hospital, my manager one day called me to the side and said to me, hey, Gifty, every patient that comes into this unit talks about you. They tell me you are very personable. I want you to train your peers on how to be like you. Being personable is also self-awareness, it's also personal growth. If you're personable, you are likable. If you're personable, you're easy to talk to. If you're personable, you are approachable. You know? So when we talk about personal growth, it's not just about us growing personally, it's about us extending a hand to another person to grow. It's actually being somebody else's mentor. It's actually being somebody else's big sister, big brother. I mean, those things are things that makes us feel good about ourselves. So if you're growing as a person, you should feel good about yourself. So if all these things are things that you're doing and they are actually goals that you're setting for yourself, then you feel good and you achieved it. Hey, you lend a hand to another person to actually get to where they want to get to. You were a mentor to somebody at a job. I mean, you were a friend to somebody who is fatherless or motherless. You took up upon somebody who needed a big sister or a big brother, a mentor. All of those things helps us grow personally. I always say this: if I can make you feel good, I think I can feel good about myself as well. So it's so reciprocal. You can actually be somebody's good news. You know, somebody might see you and say, hey, Sister Bridget is around. Oh, it's a good day. Your appearance or your presence in somebody's life makes the light go on in the room. I mean, it's part of personal growth. And we can also talk about probably teaching somebody to learn a skill or learning a skill yourself. It's part of personal growth. Acquiring new knowledge about something. Hey, you want to go to school, you want to better yourself. That's personal growth. You know, you want that dream job. You worked so hard on that dream job. You really wanted that job. You worked hard. You focused and you landed that job. That is growing personally. You've grown. So these are all things that we can talk about on this topic. So these are all self-awareness. So when we talk about personal growth, we talk about self-awareness, we talk about goal setting, we talk about learning a new skill, we talk about taking up somebody who doesn't have a father on, we talk about somebody who needs a mentor on. Those are all things that we can do to grow as a person. You know, I always say that if you can be good news to one person underneath the sun, you've done good. If somebody can hear your name and be excited, you've done good. If somebody can talk about you and say, as for this person, oh my God, he's got a heart of gold, you've grown as a person. So when we talk about personal growth, all these things comes to play. Our kids look up to us. Our children look up to us. You know, they look at our day-to-day life, they look at our strength, they look at our weaknesses, they look at what can break us. They derive strength from us. Our children derive strength from us. If you have a child, as a parent, you are your child's first mentor in life, because you are the child. You taught the child how to crawl, how to sit, and then how to sit by themselves and how to crawl, and then eventually they start walking. These are things you teach a child. So you are your child's first ever mentor. So you can go ahead and teach other people these things. At your place of work, can you be somebody else's mentor? Can you take somebody underneath your wing and train them and let them be comfortable and let them be as competent as you are in your workplace? Some people are leaders, other people are followers. So everybody can teach everybody something. We all have values. We all have potentials. You know, we can do whatever we want to do. You have your opinion, I have mine. You have your way, I have my way. They are both different ways, but they are all good ways. So self-growth is you knowing your values and instilling it in other people, and you teaching other people what you're about, what your potentials are, what you can do, what they can do. You mentoring them, you teaching them, you showing them, you letting them know that yes, they can do whatever they set their minds to do. That is part of growing. And you don't grow by yourself. You grow in your environment. You grow in your space. You grow in wherever you are. You grow in your job. You grow at your church. You grow wherever you are. That is personal growth. Hey, we talk about personal growth in relationships. What has your relationship done for you? Has your relationship helped you grow? Have you learned anything from your partner? Have you actually achieved something that is so unprecedented that it wowed you? I mean, these are all part of personal growth. So if we talk about this topic, it goes deeper than you think it is. If you can research on it a little bit and just give me something in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. What do you do to grow as a person? And I mean, talking about that too, we can say that there should be a point in life where you can sit back and say, I have to take a load off my feet and relax. I have done it. I have achieved it. So now I need to enjoy it. Take a load off your feet and relax. Give yourself some self-love. Give yourself some self-care. Those are all part of personal growth. Where do you draw the line of all the busyness, of all the craziness that goes on in our lives? Where do you draw the line? Where do you stop and say, I'm going to take a chill pill and relax? Today is my day. I'm just going to take a load off my feet. It's all part of personal growth. Knowing where to stop, knowing where to relax. And also personal growth also comes into play when we talk about friendships. What have you achieved in your friendship? Has it taught you anything in life? Has it helped you to be insightful? All these things are part of it. So we talk about achieving big dreams. At a certain point in life, one person cannot achieve a dream. You have to add other people to in your dream settings. You know, nobody can do it solely. If you do it as a village, if you do it as a community, if you do it as a family, if you do it as a team, then a goal is going to be achievable. Then you can achieve it. All these things makes us feel like we've grown as human beings. What are you doing in your neck of the woods? What are you doing in your setting? What are you doing in your workplace? What are you doing at home? What are you doing in church? What are you doing within your friendships, within your circles? What are you doing to make a difference? These are all part of personal growth. So if we say we want to talk about it, we're going to go on and on and on. You know? Are you helping people promote good awareness, well-being, self-care? Are you helping people to promote sleep? Are you helping people to have good sleeping habit? I mean, if you start from home, then you can extend it to your community. These are all part of personal growth. So we talk about our home, for instance. It starts with your children if you have them. It starts with your partner if you have them. You grow yourself you become a unit, and then you can actually extend it to the community, bring it to your workplace, bring it to your church, bring it to your day-to-day lives, bring it to the groups that you're part of, your church groups, I don't know, these days there are a lot of groups that people are part of, you know? So you can bring all these things into groups, bring it to the community, help the community grow. How are you doing that? All these things helps us feel as if we've grown as human beings, as people. So be mindful of the practices that we all practice. I mean, I always say that if you have a good sleep, you have a good attitude. If you're sleep deprived, then you are actually cranky. So if you know when to stop and when to relax and when to sleep, you get rejuvenated. You are fresh. You walk out the door with a smile on your face. You don't walk into your job 6 o'clock in the morning with an attitude. I hate when people tell people, fix your face. That is one line that cracks me up. Fix your face. You come to work already stressed out. You need to let it. When do you unwind? How do you unwind? How do you relax? Let me hear about how you relax in the comment section. Let's all talk about it. Let's brainstorm. Let's share our experiences. You walk out the door in the morning, go through your busy day, go through all the hassles of work, come back home in the evening, you need to take a load off your feet. Sit, relax. The serenity of your home should bring you peace. And then we talk about spirituality. How are you in your spirituality? Do you connect with your spirit? Do you connect with your soul? Do you sit? Some people talk about meditation. It helps too. Do you meditate? Do you get in tune with your soul? Do you get in tune with your spirit? Those are two different things. Your spirit and your soul are not the same thing. Your spirit communicates with your soul, and your soul actually communicates with your entire being. So how do you connect the two? We go through life. We go through disappointment. We go through a lot of no's. But does that actually build us? Does that actually give us experience in life? Yes, it does. These are all part of personal growth. Failures, they are part of personal growth. Success, part of personal growth. So someone might say you win some, you lose some. You don't always have to win. Losses actually also gives us experience. If you lose, you learn from it. So that's how it is. When we talk about personal growth, it's deep. I'm going to have a panel tonight so we can all talk about it with the panel, so we can share experiences, we can communicate about it, we can go in depth with that line, personal growth. So how do you grow? Do you communicate? Do you share tips on communication? Do you share a healthy relationship? How do you navigate life challenges? How do you deal with challenges in love and friendship? All these things are personal growth. How do you do that? We talk about let's talk about the word confidence. Confidence plays a major role in personal growth. You are confident when you know you've grown. You are confident when you've achieved some goals. You are confident when you know your goals are measurable and they are achievable, so you can achieve it. So this is where confidence also comes to play in personal growth. If you're grown, you are confident. If you're grown, you can communicate. If you're grown, you become a problem solver. If you're grown, you become a mentor to the ones that are out there. If you're grown. Personal growth. I love that phrase. Personal growth. If you're grown, then it means you are emotionally disciplined. If you're grown, it means you know when to take the cap off. If somebody might say, don't put emotions in it. Yes, I'm going to put emotions in it, because if you're grown, then emotionally, you're going to be disciplined enough to know when to stop or when to move on. So these are all part of personal growth. So as we go on with our stories tonight, we talk about mindful conversations. You share stories with loved ones. You share topics. We encourage people. Meaningful dialogues where we can have in our friendships, in our day-to-day lives, in our jobs, in our homes, at the dinner table. These are all personal growth. We teach our kids about that. kids know that once we learning from mommy or we learning from daddy, it's part of our values. So we talk about instilling values in our kids, good values. So when they also become adults, they can also instill those values in their children. Then it goes on and on and on. You know, so personal growth is a huge topic. We're going to talk more of that tonight. We're going to delve deep into it. I'm going to have a couple of panels on the show tonight so we can delve deeper into that phrase, personal growth. So we're going to pause for some music. Enjoy this fine one.
Umejaliwa kiuno feni, sura kwa mama umekopi, napendo navyocheka cheka mie, mbona ntadedi. Leo twende wapi? Unataka Dubai, Mombasa, Kigali? Sitaki nikuache mimi na wewe bega kwa bega, my darling. Mana naogopa vijana zaleka, wana tabia za kupiga hodi, lengo penzi letu lisidumu, wanatamani libomoke. Give me bo 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 bo, give me your la 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 la. Nisalie katoto toto, uwe mama watoto. Oh, turn around down my baby, turn around, baby give me slow down. Turn around down my baby, turn around, baby give me slow down. Turn around down my baby, turn around, baby give me slow down. Turn around down my baby, turn around, baby give me slow down. Oh, baby give me love, give me love. Oh, give me turn around, baby. Give me slow, give me slow down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's boy even.
Sugar body neba, we know. Ekalomba sotina sugar body neba. Dear to my wanna come back. Dear to my wanna do. Dear my wanna come back. Dear my wanna do. What's the matter, small matter, God. Hello Monday, you wonder small matter is the reason why. ni tuntutungono twetuleta msokonezo itilile flower. Don't wait for things to get sour. Give us some attention, attention, asaipeze kulibenda oyo. Show us some affection, affection, wasamupase benda oyo. A little bit of kiss, touch, a little bit of watch around a good life. A little bit of something dead, because you will thank me later. Ukamusunge bwino, ekalomba sote na sugar parineba. Ukamusunge bwino, ekalomba sote na sugar parineba. Ndiye tumba uwana kamba.